US Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Houston Texans. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off play action. Milner. The throw for Tony is intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Texans are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will find Davis. That's complete. 7 yards, the pick up there. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Off the play fake. McGee dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a...
And that is caught! Touchdown, Texans! Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Texans 7, Vikings nothing. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. From the gun, it's a give to Cook.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Now Cook hit and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Following the fumble recovery, Milner. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play there on the catch and run.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9. Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
To throw on second down, Milner. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. T. Higgins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A huge play there for Houston. On first down, Carson. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 17-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one.
Score time 7-7.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Off-play action. McGee. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
They run it with Carson.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Looking to throw. McGee. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Vikings will take over possession here up at the 44. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
45 yards rushing for him now to this point. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
The tackle made back at the 37-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Milner swinging this out wide here for Cook. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be a third and about 13.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They go back to Carson here on 2nd. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Now it's Carson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
On the option, a handoff to Carson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 48-yard line.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Going deep here for Landry. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Carson. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. They go back to Carson here on 2nd. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
They go back to Carson here on 2nd. Now Carson fumbles the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now, hold on a second. Why would they decline that, Charles?
I don't have a good answer for you, but let's work the math here a little bit. If you take the penalty, you get 5 yards. Minimum.
You're in the positive in the yardage, and you get to rerun the down you just had.
I like that. I like that little extra on top of the whole thing. This makes 0 sense.
To throw from his end zone. Milner. It's caught. Smith. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Throwing on first down. Milner. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 31-yard line.
To throw on second down. Milner. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now a play fake here on first down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Texans are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with great starting field position up near the 50, they might be one completion away from stealing a late field goal here. They go play action here on first down. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
On first down, McGee flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Looking to throw on second down. McGee. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Play fake. McGee. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on third down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys with great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. Now they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to slow down, but it seems like he's processing things pretty well.
He certainly is. He's slowing the game down himself with his actions.
The 37-yard line.
To throw on second down, McGee. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line.
A gain of 15. And the Texans
on first and 10, McGee. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. From the gun, McGee. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Cook with a first down and much more. Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Lambo to add on the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. The touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Play action. McGee. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Touchdown. It's complete. And that looked almost to be a case of, quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. Eight yards to go on second down. Handoff comes to Cook. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Back to throw. Milner. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Von Bell. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you, but that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 32-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. McGee. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Houston.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing on first down. McGee. Throw right side, caught by Davis. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Carson will take the handoff out of the option play. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 13-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. On the option, a handoff to Carson. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Chris Carson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans will extend their lead. extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
24, Vikings 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
To throw on 3rd down, Milner. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. On 1st down, McGee. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, McGee letting one go deep for the end zone. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Monte Nicholson picks it. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
On 1st and 10, Milner. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Off the play fake. Milner. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Texans are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
2nd and 8. They run again with Carson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. McGee. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere.
And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Von Bell.
The first down pass
Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Throw left side complete. That's Davis. No gain there on the completion. It'll be second down.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. But that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, and they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
On second down now, it's Carson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave them with a long 4th and goal. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Off play action. Milner. He's going to let it fly. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
They certainly have the right read on that one. The weak spot in a cover 2 defense, right down the middle because it really stresses the safeties. And they're going to be a little bit frustrated they weren't able to connect on that one.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And that might just submit it. A return for a late touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Following the fumble recovery. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
Vikings 14.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. 160 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. 24 is the mic. Check 9.
From the gun on 3rd down, Milner flushed out right. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Throwing on 1st down, Milner. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Houston, it'll be a much happier locker room here as they get that first